Okay, this is my 5th video log for adolescent learning and development, and since my previous video log, I've been to 3 practicums at Fisher Middle School. I've been tutoring the same 2 girls that I've had. I have Maddie, she's an 8th grader that I tutor in Mrs. Gallagher's room, and Brianna, who is a 6th grader, and I tutor her in the cafeteria. So for the first 2 days, like Tuesday the 12th and Thursday the 14th, I had the 2 of them both times, same as usual. But on the 21st, the previous Thursday, Miss Gallagher gave me another student named Faith to tutor along with Maddie. So the first week, when I was with just Maddie, I thought it was interesting. As soon as I got there, she pulled out a paper that she had written, or yeah, it was a paper. It was like a memoir sort of thing, and she wanted to show it to me because she got a really good grade on it. And I didn't even help her out with it at all the previous week or anything. It was just something that she wanted to show me, and I thought that was really, really cute. And she got an A- on it, so she was pretty proud of herself. But the interesting thing about it was she was telling me about some sort of website where you can submit a writing assignment, and it will tell you what level of what grade level of writing you're at. And she said the first time she submitted her first draft, it told her she was at a 3rd grade writing level. And she said everyone in the class did this, and I asked her well, is this a website or something? And she wasn't really clear about what exactly it was. I didn't know if it was some sort of application on the computer or what, but I think it was some sort of website they went on, submitted their writing assignments, and she said people got different grade levels as the result of what they submitted. She got a 3rd grade writing level, so she revised it, and the revision was what I had read, and it was what she got an A- on. But she said even after she had revised it, it was still at a 3rd grade level of writing, which I was surprised because I didn't feel like it was 3rd grade level writing, and I don't know where her teacher got this website from or whatever, and I don't know how accurate it is, but it's just something that I thought was really interesting. And it's hard for me to judge what grade level it is for reading and writing, but I didn't feel like it was a 3rd grade writing level. So, but again, I don't know how accurate these things are. I was just really surprised, and it also made me curious as to why she would receive an A- if it really was 3rd grade writing level. But I was impressed with it. I mean, it was well written, and she even told me she used a thesaurus, and I was like, how is this 3rd grade writing level? Something I was just really surprised about, and I wanted to look into. So maybe next time I'll check, I'll ask her where she got this website from. But she said there are a lot of other students who got 3rd grade writing level and lower, and if that website is accurate or whatever it is, if it's some sort of computer application, if it's accurate, then it's something we need to be aware of, that if these kids really are writing at the 3rd grade level, that's not acceptable as 8th graders. So that was just one thing that struck me last week or 2 weeks ago. And also she was very that same day she was really hesitant about things that she wanted to work on, which surprised me. And she was just a lot more interested in showing me her paper and good grades and things like that. And I mean, I'm glad that she's proud of her work, and you know, that she did do a good child. Like, I'm happy for her, but I was like, okay, well, now we need to move on. We need to, like, get down to business about what you want to work on. And she was just a little hesitant about it, I felt like. And I didn't want to waste any time, because I feel like when we're in Mrs. Gallagher's class, we have such a short amount of time to work with these kids. And every time I'm in there with her, I feel like I'm, like, on a running clock. And it's just really, really tough to get in what, you know, it's tough to, like, help her with anything, with more than one thing. And even that, it's just, you know, and you really want her to understand it. And I don't want to, like, just breeze through it and be like, okay, well, this is this and this. You know, I want to sit there and go through it, but then, like, time gets, like, and we never really have much time. So I really don't feel like we have enough time in Mrs. Gallagher's room, and I understand there's no way to extend it because it's just the normal, like, class period. But I really wish we did have that time, because I think it would be a big help. Also, so on Thursday, the previous Thursday, Mrs. Gallagher gave me another student to tutor along with Maddie. So that makes it even more difficult, because now I'm trying to help 2 kids in, like, this 30-35 minute span of time. And I feel so, like, I mean, I'm, like, back and forth, okay, well, here's what you do. I show her one thing, and then I'm like, okay, well, now you work on this, and then I go to Maddie. And when Faith came, it kind of put things in perspective for me, because I realized that Maddie, as it turns out, Maddie is an honor student, and Faith isn't. And it was funny, because I was actually helping them both out with math at the same time. They're both 8th grade, and their math is just dramatically, like, different. Like, Maddie's definitely working on much more difficult math than Faith. Faith is interesting. She's very, like, I don't think she wants to be there, but she just goes through the motions. She just, like, I feel like she doesn't want to try, though. She just kind of puts something in front of me and says, I don't get this. And I'm like, okay, well, do you understand, you know, like, what happened? I don't know. I try to, like, ask her, you know, like, break it down for her. And I'm like, well, do you understand this part? Like, do you understand how this works? And she's just like, no, I just don't get it. I'm like, try to work with her. And it's tough, because then when I tell her to do a problem on her own so I can work with Maddie, she can't. She'll, like, stare at it with her pencil, and she'll, like, wait for me to finish with Maddie, and I'm like, didn't even try it? You don't think? She's like, I don't know how to do it. I'm like, so it's really hard, because it was difficult enough tutoring Maddie in that short amount of time, and she's an honor student, and she really is doing well. But now that I have Faith along with Maddie, and I feel bad for Maddie, because now her time is greatly compromised, especially since Maddie isn't an honor student. She needs a lot of help. She needs a lot of one-on-one time, and I can't give that to her. And she needs me to be on top of her, like, every second. She can't do it on her own. She doesn't think she can. So, you know, hopefully, maybe she just needs a little confidence boost. I don't really know. Or maybe she's just too lazy to put the work in, and she wants me to just do it for her. And I don't want to do that. But, you know, a lot of times, like, I'm going step by step with her because she needs that. And then I feel bad for Maddie, because, you know, even though she is understanding things better and gets it, like, she's still there for a reason. She still needs me to help her with some things. And so it's just tough. Mrs. Gallagher's class is hard, and I feel a little, like, pressured to, you know, because I want to help them both, and I'm just like, So that's my only concern. The cafeteria with Brianna is the same. She's a great student, knows what she's doing. She's really sweet, kind of shy, doesn't seem very socially, I don't know. She's just really shy, but she's a good student, and I like her a lot. She's a sweetheart. And actually, I was really impressed because when I was with Brianna, we went ahead in some of the math. I actually showed her how to do some things that she hadn't learned yet, and she was completely fine with learning it and did a few problems on her own and completely understood it. So I'm like, there you go, now you can impress your teacher with, you know, what you just learned, and you can show her that you already know it when you go to class. So hopefully, you know, that gave her a little bit of confidence boost, and, like, you know, showed her that she's more than capable of doing the work. She's a really good student. So that was my experience these past couple days. Sorry this video is a little extra long, but yeah, so tomorrow and Thursday should be good. I'm just hoping that my time with Faith and Maddie isn't, but it's gonna be crazy.